Hi guys, it's me, Karen again. Yes, I've changed my hair. I wanted to brighten up. I call it the lockdown transformation. Shaved it here. I've got a couple of videos on what went on, and me and the girls had great fun. It was great fun doing it. But I'm just giving you an update. I started writing what I wanted to say, and it was just getting longer and longer, so I thought I'd video what I wanted to say. In March I got really poorly, with bad stomach pains, and I was taken first of all on antibiotics. They didn't work. The pains were, oh my god, incredible. So I was eventually, after the family nagging for a good week, took him to hospital. Phoned the GP. They sent me to hospital, and the doctor there said, we want to keep you in. And I cried. They wouldn't let Kirk stay, which upset me even more. But because I had a temperature, they had to keep me away from everyone because of the risk of COVID. And they didn't know what was wrong with me, and I felt like a leper, but it was for safety reasons. And it was really, really scary. And I feel so sorry for people that have had the virus, got the virus, and aren't very well, and that have no choice but to be in hospital. It's really, really scary. But it was for the best. I was in my own room. The staff were brilliant. The doctor, who happened to be black, but that doesn't matter. But oh my god, it was so nice. It was hilarious. I'm in a wheelchair, as you all know, and he kept trying to move the wheelchair, and he was smacking it into the wall. And then once he got the hang of it, he said that he says, well, I go on the PlayStation all the time. He says, so I should be okay with this, with moving the joystick and all that. So it was good fun, actually. But they'd done a scan and found that I had a perforated bowel. But it was, well, he said, oh, it's bad news. And I thought, oh god, what have they found? And you would always think of the C word, don't you? And I don't mean see you next Tuesday, Abby. But I so the bleach has irritated my scalp. But he said, you've got a perforated bowel. But the good news is that it's confined. The bad news is you've got quite a bad inflammation, and we need to keep you in. And I cried. So I was put on IV antibiotics and pain meds, and my temperature was quite high. So I had the test for the virus, which was scary. I mean, it wasn't scary having the test, but the thought of it was scary. Then so I didn't know how long I was going to be. I think it was 5 days, 4 or 5 days, but I just slept a lot. But previous to that, which will bring me up to now, I slept for days and didn't really know what was brewing, and that's what has happened the past few days. But up until now, I haven't been able to eat properly. You'd think I'd be about 7 stone, but I'm not very mobile. I'm running out of battery. But the past few days, I've been sleeping a lot and not feeling very well. My temperature's got, well, I haven't took my temperature up until yesterday, but it's just, I've just felt hot and cold and shivery, but nothing apparent. And then I got a really bad migraine and got really, really hot. And then yesterday, I don't know what I was doing, but I just sat up and I got really, really bad pain in my left side. It was like a punch in the stomach, and then it just got increasingly worse. And I thought I'd try and go to the toilet, don't talk bowel movements, and see if that would help. It didn't help. Karina happened to ring me while I was in the loo, but it distracted me. And then I got upset because it was scaring me and I didn't want to go into hospital again. So I rang the doctor, 111, and the lady, when they finally rang me back, they were just ask you so many funny questions on the phone, but it's all relevant. But she was, I think I've seen her before. When she was leaving, she said, bye-bye, bye-bye. It was so cute. You can just imagine her being this little diddy lady. But she said, I was really scared on the phone because I didn't want her to say going into the hospital. But she's given me, what are they called? It's backwards, isn't it? I don't know if it is or not. And she said they're really, really strong. But the same thing happened again. Like I said, I was just falling asleep all the time. And Cara said to me, you must be poorly, you mustn't be very well. And you've got something brewing, but there was nothing showing up. No cold, no breathlessness, no sore throat. I just didn't feel well. And the doctor on the phone said, I said, well, what am I going to do? Am I just going to have the week's course? What if it doesn't go? Oh, no, you'll need about 3 weeks worth, she said. And she says, if it gets any worse, ring the doctor. No, go to A&E. No, in fact, no, don't leave it. Ring 999, she said. And I said, what, that bad? She said, yeah, don't pass go, ring 999 straight away if it gets worse. If after a few days there's no improvement and it gets worse, ring 999. But if there's like you're steady-ish, she says, I want you to ring the GP anyway, to arrange to speak to somebody and get some more medication, because she said, like, you can't leave it. And I wanted to catch this before it gets too bad. I mean, it's niggling, like a niggle at the moment, but this happened yesterday and then it built up and got worse. But it seems to be quite bad when I need a pee as well, and that's another story. But it's just horrible. It's like since March I just haven't been right. And Kirk pointed out yesterday, because I don't like milk, I can't stand the taste of milk, but I was having powdered milk, Coffee Mate, which I quite like, but it was tend to dry in my mouth out and giving me indigestion a bit. So I tried soya for a little bit, but not all the time. I could have a bit of milk on cereal, like before March, and then since March I haven't been able to have milk. And but I ran out of I was having UHT milk in the green carton, and that seemed to be not too bad. But then the last couple of days I'd run out of all my milk, so I had just a little bit of cow's milk, skimmed, semi-skimmed, in my tea, which I have decaf tea, by the way, and my belly's got worse. So Kirk said, I think it's dairy. I definitely think it's dairy, but I know eggs aren't dairy, but I'm worse with anything that's got eggs as well. And dairy products, I just don't seem to be tolerating. But I'm not going to cut dairy lactose out, because I'm not going to make myself that bad. But I think my body is telling me you can't have lactose or dairy. So anyway, that's what's happening at the moment. I just keep sleeping all the time. I just get from my wheelchair, which I can't even be bothered. That's what I have to pee on. and the wheelchair's right next to it. I transfer from one to the other. And sometimes, you know, I just about make it to the commode. Sorry, this is very personal. But when you've got your bowel problem and it's pressuring on your bladder, it's not very nice. So this is tiring, and this is where I'm at the moment, and I'll probably fall asleep again. I've been at Cara's because it's easier to get around. I miss Karina and Kieran. Kurt comes every day, but I miss Karina and Kieran and all the dogs. Especially Benny and Phoebe and Dolly. God, Dolly, Phoebe's ears. She's a little sausage. But we've got the other two here. But it's easier to get around at Cara's, and I can look after her as well, give her a medication and everything like that. But that's where I am at the moment. I thought I'd do a quick little video, and I hope that Facebook lets me download. This is coming into 12 minutes now, so I thought I'd say hello and peace out. Love you, everybody.